Here we go. Here we go. Let me check my connections. Okay. Here we go. I'm hearing some feedback. Let me check real quick. My headphones. One, two, testing. So it's been a while since I've been live, but today I wanted to come in with an important message. Just an important message that I've been hearing lately from so many different, you know, elements of things. And I'm talking about different conversations that I was having with so many different people, so many different situations that I've been seeing, but it's all the same solution. And the solution is always the same answer. When somebody has a problem, the solution is always love. Going back to love, going back to self-love. And a lot of times, we want answers to everything outside of ourselves. We want answers to things within ourselves, but we neglect our internal world. We neglect ourselves. And the reason why we neglect ourselves is because we don't pay attention to our inner world. We don't pay attention to what we feed ourselves. Ourselves, meaning the trillion of little cells that make us us. If you look at this body, if you look at this human avatar, this hue, this color, this spectrum, this body as a computer program, and all of these different programs, these trillions of programs make you up. And each one of these trillions of cells, they have these memories, these generational, these ancestral, these codes, this DNA that are just you, aspects of you, elements of you. They are they are reincarnations of you. They are passed down knowledge from the mycelium network, from your family's generational stories about creation, about, tribes, about anything. A lot of things, a lot of stuff are not stuffed in a book. A lot of knowledge is not in a scribe, it's not in a book, it's not on a wall, it's in the mind, it's in the cells, it's in the program. So when you connect to this network of you, this trillions of you, this of programs, and you go back into the program, you start to uncover a lot of things. And when we have a problem, you go into the program to figure out the solution. You figure out, hey, I have a problem with, you know, my worthiness in life. So let's go into the worthiness part of you and figure out, why don't you feel worthy? Oh, because mom didn't feel worthy, because grandma didn't feel worthy, because granddad didn't feel worthy, because my father didn't feel worthy, my mom didn't feel worthy. Oh, this is part of the program. So what I'm saying is, go deeper into you so you can learn you, and then you can change things. You could reprogram things. You could reprogram the cells. You could reprogram the DNA. You could change the code to change your life. You don't always have to operate on the same script. You don't have to operate always on the same program. You can break the program. It's just like being in a video game and one of the players just wakes up and they start having a mind of their own. Hey, hello, AI. The Will Smith movie where when the AI attacks, but when we think, what movies have shown us is that when people wake up, then it's dangerous. It's not dangerous. It's dangerous to the person that's trying to control you, but it's not dangerous to the person that's controlling their life. No, it's scary because you're no longer needing anyone, that you realize that you are the aspect of God. You are God. You can create your reality and you can control your life. It becomes scary because you don't need anybody and you realize that you can create everything that you need. So you're not a villain. You're not going to kill people. You're killing the old program. So back to this live is a lot of us think that the solution is something else. No, the solution is always within yourself and it's always love. It's always self-love. When you go into love, you go into digging deeper into the root of your problem because you love yourself. And think about this. And this is why I'm saying it's love. Think about, how do we create life? Through making love. What is love? It's communication. And I know it can go in so many different things where you could be like, Nikki, what about this? What about that? No, let's just keep it on the main focus. How do you create life? Love. Two people making love, they create life. And from that life, from the womb, from the darkness, you birth this new you. And the birthing of this new you is not beautiful. Like, yeah, birth can be beautiful, but it's painful. You can Things can happen, shit happens, things can happen during the birth, but that darkness and then merging into light, like it's all love. It all started from love. All color starts from from darkness. All color is an aspect of black. That's why they in so many different forbidden knowledge is that, black, the color, the race, were the first beings, the first race, the first humans of color on earth. And if you believe that all colors come from black, then it makes sense that the first race was black and it branched off and it rebirthed into other colors, other spectrums of colors. If you take all the colors and put them all together, what is it? It's black. It gets a dark color. It's black. Take all your colors of the rainbow, take all your colors of the chakra system, put them all together. It turns into black. Okay. So to heal you, to get to the solution of your problems, make love to yourself, and make love, go into the love part of you, go deep inside and figure out why. Why? Why is this a problem? Do I want this to continue to be a problem? Like, I know it's trillions of cells, but do I really have time to go through all of these different programs of me? Yes, you do. Because you need to go deep. And trust me, once you realize one program or one problem, it's all going to connect. It's a mycelium network of connection. All of this connects to each other. Every part of you is a connection. You figure out one, you figure out all. You figure out one solution, you figure out all solutions. You figure out one problem, you figure out all problems. Because when you go to the root of the problem, you go deeper and deeper into the root of the problem. You heal the root, you build the foundation, you grow the tree of your life, you get to enjoy the fruit. And the fruit is love. The fruit is delicious. The fruit is you. The fruit is your manifestation. The fruit is your goals in life. I've been teaching weight loss for the longest time, and in my theory, my philosophy is that weight is not a physical thing. It's not something that you can see in the mirror, because the mirror can be an illusion. Okay, the mirror could be an illusion of your thoughts, because your thoughts project your reality. So I could look in the mirror and see whatever I want to see, and it's wherever my thoughts are, is wherever my fear is, because fear is the number one thing that we focus on. We don't focus on love most of the time. I look in the mirror, I see, excuse me, I see my flaws. I see what I need to work on. Or I can look in the mirror and I can see things that I love to see. Like, wow, I'm sexy. But the mirror can be an illusion. So that's why, like I was saying, I don't believe in looking in the mirror and trying to change your life. I believe looking internally at the mirror internally and changing your life, meaning taking the layers of emotional weight off, um, taking the layers that are layered on you, that are packed in your cells. And you think about cancer, cancer is a cluster of cells. So you're taking all of this emotional cluster within your body, within your cells, and you're telling them, hey, 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 well, let's break this up. And how do you heal cancer? They should, there's studies out there, because I don't want to get flagged, that you starve the cell, you heal it. You don't want to just kill it, you starve the emotion. So you take away the negative emotion by changing it, like, and not feeding it. You're not feeding, unworthiness. You're not feeding sabotaging yourself. You're not feeding those emotions anymore. So when you don't feed those emotions, you starve those emotions, and then you heal those cells, and those cells are not clustered together anymore. Those cells are actually breaking apart. And then when things are broken apart and when they're not clustered, you can see a different perspective. You can see a different view. You can see clearly through stuff, and you start taking the weight off. So when I have clients lose 50 pounds, when they lose, my most recent was 27 pounds. And this is the journey. This is over 90 days. She's going on, I think, 120 days right now. But this is, she's a therapist, and and the reason why I'm saying that, because she's constantly getting emotional weight packed on her, because people are just giving her weight, because that's what therapy sessions are. Like, hey, carry my weight. What should I do? Help me unpack this. And a lot of times after therapy sessions, we want our weight back. Like, okay, thank you for helping me. And they take the weight back. And that's men, women. But from a therapist, you got to learn how to, like, take the weight off of somebody else's weight, because you don't want to carry people's weight, especially if they don't take all their bags back. And so the emotional weight, teaching her how to remove emotional weight, how to remove her own emotional weight, other people's emotional weight. So this is just not 27 pounds of just weight. This is emotional weight. This is mental weight. Like, you have mental parasites, and they just heavy on your body. They're telling you, eat that cake, or you're ugly. They're teaching you all these negative things that are passed on you generation after generation. Just think about, like, the slave, the Black community. When you think about, like, slavery, when people told you wasn't worthy of nothing, that your race was inferior. So those mental parasites are passed generation after generation. It's Martin Luther King Day today, MLK Day. So you get where I'm saying, where it's like you got to stand and you got to be free. What did Martin Luther King say? Free at last, Almighty, I'm free at last. It's like you're freeing yourself from self-limiting beliefs. You are worthy. You are amazing. Your color is amazing. No matter what color you are amazing. And stop telling yourself these lies, and stop putting the weight of these lies on your body, because those become weight. So when you want to lose 50 pounds, you think, I want to lose 50 pounds because I want to look like I look like in high school. But those 50 pounds are not the physical body. You want to go back to that mindset you had when you were free, when you had no responsibilities, where you didn't even know where you were going in life. But now you're a mother, now you're a father, now you're going through a divorce, whatever, now you're sick, whatever the case may be, but you're changing your life, because you're changing the inner world. You don't want to lose the weight. You want to figure out why the weight got there. So you go back into your Akashic records, which I teach are the chakra systems. You go back and you go to the root of the problem, starting at the root chakra, and you figure out the problem. We go through your cells. We go through the many aspects of you, and we figure out what is the problem. And like I told you, you figure out one problem, you know all the problems. The deeper you go, and then you Go into the solution. And once you figure out one solution, you know all the solutions. And then you start to build this level of your life. And each level in your life, you do have a challenge, which people call the devil. Each level, each devil, you have a boss run, you have a challenge because life, this life is all about the experience. This life is about experiencing and learning the game of karma, and you reap what you sow. You give love, you get love. But if you still have to work on love, you're going to be tested. You're going to go through these different rounds of tests. You're going to go through these pop quizzes where it's like, whoa, where that came from? But it's okay, but it's your life, and you're always going to experience life. So what I'm gonna leave you guys with is experience. Don't forget to experience the game. Don't forget to have fun in the game. Don't forget to experience your life, relaxing your life, love yourself. Pay attention to your inner world. Pay attention to the many trillion aspects of you. Remember, you can change your life whenever you want. You can change your program whenever you want. But first, you need to figure out what the program is talking about. You need to figure out what the weight is. You need to figure out what the layers are. You need to figure out how to have a conversation with yourself, how to connect to your inner world. Because, we're so conditioned to learn, especially with the church. Some churches teach us that we need everything outside of ourselves. Our savior is outside of ourselves, but the savior is within. So listen, stay rich, stay energetically rich. And I'm talking about because it's our birthright to be abundant. It's not our birthright um to be poor, to feel like you're unworthy. It's your birthright to be energetically rich. So recharge yourself every single day with just pouring in so much self-love. Listen, guys, I have an ebook out. It's called Reprogramming Your System. I'm actually publishing, in the middle of publishing it. I'm actually reviewing the book today. Um, if everything's a go, I'm doing signed copies of my book, and the book is based off my theories in life, my experience in life, and the best teacher is experience. And I'm giving you my experience, my tool to help you get out of your own way. Stay rich.